Hi everyone. In this video, I will tell you the best ways to be successful in nursing school as a nursing school student. These are things that I wish I had known going into nursing school, and if I figured this out much earlier in my nursing school student days, I would have been much more academically successful. So with that being said, let's get on with today's video. Thank you for choosing to watch this video. If topics like this interest you, please consider subscribing and giving the video a thumbs up. I upload a new video every week about nursing content and have a whole bunch of free ebooks I created to help people. Check those out at my website called www.simplefitnurse.com. So, what is one piece of advice that I wish I knew going into nursing school? Well, that is to critically think about the bigger picture. Let me explain. When I was studying my medical surgical course, I was thinking about one specific topic and did not consider the bigger picture. For instance, if we had a topic about heart failure, I would learn all about the heart and try and remember the symptoms of heart failure. This type of thinking was wrong, and it led me to feeling quite overwhelmed very quickly because there was always way too much to memorize and way too much to know for the exams. Instead of thinking what to memorize, I should have focused on understanding heart failure in a more systematic way. For example, instead of remembering that heart failure causes shortness of breath, I would encourage you to understand heart failure means that the heart can't pump as well as it would like. This leads to many issues in the body. Because the heart pumps blood throughout the body and the lungs, one of the most common ways the heart failure can affect a person is through their breathing, because the body is not getting enough oxygenated blood, which in turn leads to inadequate amounts of nutrients to maintain organs, which leads to other things like fluid collection in the lungs. So instead of thinking about understanding heart failure, I would try to remember that it simply causes shortness of breath. This was incredibly costly for me because I would spend hours and hours studying for the test, not realizing the bigger picture, which was to be able to understand what heart failure was and how it was important to be able to critically think about the various issues that can arise from it. This meant I was not only studying in hopes of remembering everything, but it also led me to do poorly on the test because it was that very thing I wasn't doing on the test that costed me all the marks, which was critically thinking. Coincidentally, this type of thinking and studying is what you need to understand for the NCLEX exam. Yes, it's true that you have to remember certain details for heart failure, but understanding how it affects the entire body is what's key. That way, you're able to problem solve when a question comes up on the exam and you don't know the answer. You're able to use your critically thinking skills and apply them to any question that you get on the exam. Anyways, I just thought it was worth mentioning for all you nursing school students out there. Remember that nursing school is incredibly hard, and it's very unique in the way that it wants you to learn all these concepts. Because the reality of it is when you're dealing with a patient and a clinical situation, you might not know all the pathophysiology, all the symptoms, and all the details, but you need to be able to problem solve and apply your critically thinking skills to save that person's life. And that's what nursing is all about. It's all about critically thinking about what can go wrong and what can I do to prevent that from happening. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and let me know in the description box down below if you have any questions or concerns, or if you weren't doing this and you were like me and struggling on many nursing exams until you realized I should stop remembering specific details and focus on critically thinking about different topics and different clinical situations and figuring out the best way to problem solve. So let me know in the description box down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.